Sorry, guys. That was my bad.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Let me show her
Hey, Teddy.
What's going on, brother? Man, you gotta wait what I'm saying.
You're... All right. Teddy, real quick, can you hear us? Okay, cool. What's going on, everyone? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time already today. I'm sorry.
Stay where you are. Stay where you are. You're already in a good position. You know, stay right there.
Sorry, guys. I don't really like waiting. I'm about to just jump right in. What's up, everybody? It's another installment of JK. You're just kicking it with your hosts,
Des
and Kayla.
What's going on with y'all, man?
Hi. It's us again. Guys, I just want to say this really quick. We've been consistent so far, okay?
So far.
I'm getting annoyed with seeing us on here. That's how consistent we've been. Crazy, right? It's new. So yeah. It's almost the end of Black History Month. But still had to come on and, rock the colors for us real quick. One time for the one time. And we're going to talk about some Black stuff because it's still our month and it's for Black people anyway. So that's what we're here to do. Talk about Black people stuff because we Black.
Okay.
You guess you're Black. Des guesses he's Black, but
I'm Black when I choose to be.
Oh, fully. Completely. Black.
I'm Black by choice. Monday through Friday.
So, really quick, first, I want to start off, and I just want to say, Super Bowl this year, we just got to talk about this halftime show. Mostly because we have differing opinions here. Apparently, Des was not thrilled with the halftime show.
I was not. It was cool, but it wasn't epic. It wasn't best top 5 best Super Bowls. No.
See,
no. Nowhere near.
I feel like Des he didn't understand the assignment. Apparently, he missed it because I don't think that the performance itself was supposed to be like everything we ever dreamed of. Don't get me wrong. I will admit.
Thank you, Teddy. It was decent.
Listen, just let me explain. Let me explain. I feel like it wasn't necessarily about the performance, but more so about the nostalgia, right? Because it was like, oh, it's for millennials. It's for y'all. Like, just give y'all something to dance to vibe to for, 15 minutes or however long it was. Whatever. But I will admit, it wasn't the best halftime show in the history of Super Bowl. The dancers were straight though. I'm not gonna lie. They were the highlight for me. Aside from like the song selections. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Mostly because I felt like I could dance the whole time. Like I didn't have a moment where I was just like, oh, don't really like this song.
Well, you're easily pleased.
First of all, you're right. I am. Okay? It's not hard.
Well, when it comes to performance. Anything else, Kayla is top notch under the press. But Super Bowl performances.
Listen.
You throw together a couple of classic artists and it's like, oh, that was great.
No,
that was top notch.
I didn't say it was top notch. I'm just saying I think that it was great to hear the songs that we heard and to see the artists that we saw. Did we need Curtis Jackson? Meh. Maybe we could have done without him. But I'm just saying.
Maybe a different song.
Maybe a different song. Also, I kind of feel bad that everybody keeps making it seem like it's a big deal that he has put on weight. Because, as you all have seen, you don't stay the same size forever, obviously. Like, I don't understand why that's a thing. But anyway, I think it was good. All of the 2010 dance company people, I'm sure thought it was good. We was in our living rooms going full out to Eminem.
But did you not see the white people that were there kind of like just like lost?
Listen, it's okay. You know why? You know why it's okay for them to be lost? Because it's for black people anyway, okay? They did that for Black History Month. And yes, Eminem is allowed to perform for Black History Month. Okay.
Why?
Why?
Whoa. Why do you give him a pass?
I give him a pass, for one, like I said, because I danced to him in high school, so that's nostalgic for me.
Right.
And two, because I feel like I don't ever recall the time where he's been disrespectful to the art of hip-hop, since it's for black people anyway. I feel like if you're going to respect the art and you're going to be good at it, then yes, you can keep doing it.
But you're not even a real hip-hop fan.
I'm not, which is why I said...
So I can't take that reason.
But here's
why
the thing.
Why do you give him a pass?
I just told you why I gave him a pass, but as someone...
danced to him in high school.
As someone who is not a full hip-hop fan, you can't deny that what I just said is true, though, right? Because you're more of a hip-hop fan than I am, and you know that he's never disrespected the art of it.
Yeah, but...
Okay, so that's all that I need to say for why I am okay with him doing it.
But you're not... Okay.
I don't have to have a reason why everyone else is okay. Everyone else can have their own reason.
Okay.
I gave my 2 cents.
Okay.
1 and 2.
Yeah. Your 2
Do
cents
you
is
feel like...
in the bucket.
Do you feel like, oh, well, white is white and he don't have a right?
He don't have a right to what?
To be, like, on the list of white people that can perform in this... perform during Black History Month.
I don't have a problem with him performing. I'm just not giving him a black pass.
So
like
you don't
jokingly, like maybe if I grew up with him or something, maybe, but I don't know that man. So to me, whether he's the greatest rapper of all time or the worst rapper of all time, like you're white at the end of the day. So
you don't adhere to that whole. You don't adhere to the whole. This white person is invited to the cookout thing.
I do. Jokingly.
No, I'm saying in like real life.
In real life,
black is black.
In real life, I don't necessarily care. In real life, I don't necessarily care. But if it's like to a T, like I have to make a decision, no. You're not getting invited. It would be great to see you after. It would be great to see you after or before, or to see you from outside the club.
January 31st or March 1st?
Yeah, it's good with me.
Okay. I'm not going to argue that. What I am going to ask is this, though. In terms of black people things, do you feel like, for example, like white people singing songs for black people? Also, sorry, let me just come real quick and let y'all know, this is not a racist platform. Are you racist?
Black people can't be racist.
This is not a racist platform. I don't want you guys to think that we're talking about race because we don't like white people, because I have white friends. So, we can't be racist.
Well, that makes one of us. I don't have white friends, so I don't know.
And see, I mean, maybe that explains why you feel the way you do about.
No, it doesn't explain.
Not giving them a pass.
It doesn't. I just don't understand what a pass does.
A pass lets you in.
Oh, okay. But
we're past the pass.
But you'll never be in.
And you know what? And that's understandable. That's understandable because technically you're right.
Because that pass goes away. The minute you walk out, that pass is gone. The minute you do whatever you do in your regular life, that pass is gone. Like it's not a.
But there are people who, like, their lifestyle is like the pass.
Name them.
What I was gonna say before I gave the disclaimer was white people singing black people songs. So let's just say there's an event, right? And you said in real life you don't care if a white person is getting a pass or invited to the cookout or whatever. But what if a white person is asked to perform, for example, like the Black National Anthem or something like that? How would you feel about that? Does that make you feel any type of way? So a white person can't sing "Lift Every Voice"?
No, for what? For what?
I'm not disagreeing. I just was trying to find out
because
you said in real life you didn't care, so I just wanted to make sure.
Real life I don't care because it's like I'm not the sole curator or whatever of who's invited to the cookout of black people and what we allow and don't allow. I'm not a real black delegation member. Like I can't.
Well, obviously.
You know what I mean? But if you make me choose, you're not getting invited. Like I don't know what your purpose is here. Like,
interesting.
Like, what is your purpose? Like you want to be the Oreo? Like you want to be the cream filling for whatever reason? Like I'm not here to play that fantasy game with you. If I had to choose. So
for those who just came on, Des doesn't want to play games with white people. He's not here for that.
And that's not saying I'm not saying like I'm hard on white people, like it's a ever going thing. No, I'm just saying like if it comes to like being dead serious, like are they invited to the cookout or are you gonna allow them to to bridge certain boundaries? No, sorry, no. Well, I'm not sorry, but no, I'm sorry if you think you can, and whatever happens to you after, I'm sorry, okay. But. No.
Des is making himself very clear, y'all. He said what he said, and that's just it. That is what it is. I do, though. I will drop the topic with this. I was cool with Eminem at the halftime show.
I'm sure you were. You work with Eminems, so it's probably fine. It's probably normal for you. I work with a lot of Eminems. I work with Eminems. I work with people that's like his mom. I work with people that was like his girlfriend. Like, yeah, I work with all them.
Okay. Moving on. So, this episode is for black people anyway. For anyone who's not black watching this, you may continue to watch.
Please.
If you do not understand what's coming next, just keep watching. Maybe you can learn something today, because we support life learners and life students. So, blackisms, right? Black people are very particular about certain things.
Yes.
Many things, actually. One of them in particular, I'll say, is feeling like you're using a scenario or something to reference them or to talk about them. Like, I don't know if you've experienced that, but if you say something like, oh, well, somebody I know did XYZ or blah, 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 or talk about something that the person has done before, they get really offended. Not they, we, but not me, but we get really offended.
Yes. Because it's the way that said person goes about exposing knowledge and whatnot. Like you can't, like if you know something about me and you're talking to your homeboy or your homegirl and it's like a similar situation and I'm in the room and you looking dead in my face like, well, I know somebody.
But see, that's different.
Who yada yada yada.
No.
Now I'm ready. Like if you weren't a girl, I'd smack the shit out of you.
First of all.
Like what are you doing?
What I'm trying to say is not when I'm looking dead at you, but if you are in the room and I know something about you, but I'm not talking about you, but I do say a situation that is similar to a situation that you know that I know of. Black people are famous for being like, oh, she talking about me.
Yes. Because
I
black
just don't
people
understand why we have to be like this.
Black people love to be the receivers of business. They don't like so much to be the one whose business is being.
They don't like to be the topic of conversation.
Yeah, they don't like being the butt of jokes or the topics of conversations.
Listen, all I know is. Anyway, moving on. If y'all have any black isms also that. Could you give an example of a situation that would make you feel like someone's talking about you or not? If y'all have any isms that y'all know of also, feel free to drop them in the comments because we're going to talk about as many of them as we want to. Stuff that black people do that I just feel like some things I don't understand why we're like this. I really don't. I'm not mad.
You gotta take.
Because I love black people. I love us.
Yeah.
We are very particular. We're very peculiar, and we definitely have made a culture for ourselves. But some stuff I just be like, where did this come from? And why are we like this? So
I got one.
What?
Like like if you're at a black function and everybody's eating, like if it's like a soul food type of thing, you better.
Everybody wanna know.
If you're the first one to breach that pan of whatever, you better do it from the corner.
I'm weak.
You better.
You know what's interesting about that? I've never. Like if you say something that you never told me, it would be a first negative connotation, but never told me. Okay, well, yeah, being shady, right. That's understandable. Sometimes, though, what I'm trying to say is that I feel like sometimes you don't be trying to be shady. You just happen to be trying to, like, give a example or a scenario. And simply because it's similar to someone else's, they automatically are like, nah, you put my business out. But yes, obviously there are some really shady people in this world who happen to be black. So that's not far-fetched. Shade is not far-fetched. I mean, the fact that there's a whole page called the Shade Room.
And it's geared towards black.
Black people, yes. Black people are hella shady, okay? But anyway, back to this corner thing. Because I'll be honest, I never in general even would think to dig in the middle of something if I'm going to be the first one to, like, you know, break whatever it is that I'm going for. I don't know that I've even, but it's like a subconscious thing. Like, I don't think that I've ever even really had to think about it. Like, oh, let me make sure I get the corner.
Mm-hmm. You just automatically knew corner.
It's like, yeah, because you got to start either from left to right or top to bottom.
Yeah, but
do white people do that? They dig in the middle?
I don't know. You tell me.
I wouldn't know.
You do. You wouldn't know. You got white friends, white coworkers.
Listen, I do have white friends and white coworkers, but I'm never there when the potlucks start. Okay, I don't be seeing what. Okay. I know when I have the potlucks. Well, if they have a history being shady. True. Right, because some black people are shady. Some black people in particular, people know what person in their circle is shady also. People be knowing.
Of course. But they don't check them. So they throw shade whenever they feel like it, and then when it's one of them days where they ain't with all that, now it's an issue. Like, no, you should have checked them months ago. They've been throwing shade, and now because you're not in the mood for shade, whether it's about you or about someone close to you, now you got an issue. Like, no.
I mean,
hush, child, hush.
Not hush, child.
Hush, child.
Anywho, yes. Who's the shady person in your circle? I am completely weak. The shady person in my circle is Darius.
Who?
He knows who he is.
Darius.
Mm-hmm. He knows who he is.
Darius?
Yeah.
Okay.
Darius, if you end up watching this, I'm sorry that I had to put you out there, but somebody put me on the spot, so I had to put you on the spot. I'm so sorry. But everybody knows it's you. I think you know that too. Okay.
I'm the shady one.
If
anybody wants to know or cares to know, I'm the shady one.
Yeah. Janice, who's the shady one in your circle? Don't type it. Well, you know what? It's okay. It is what it is. If you want to say it. Because I don't know who it's going to be.
It's going to be you.
I'm not shady, though. But I will say this. I feel like a lot of times... You know what? I will say this in general. When people meet me, I feel like they get the wrong perception of me. Because I have a sort of, harder exterior.
Right.
So I do think that when I say certain things, my tone does get misconstrued a lot of the time. So people probably would think I'm shady. As a matter of fact, anybody who knows me and Bree, like back when we were in high school,
y'all were the shadiest ever.
That is not what I was about to say at all. What I was going to say was people always thought that I was like, not shady, but like the mean one or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then they met us.
And then found out that y'all was shady but goofy.
No.
So they accepted the goofy.
No, that's not what I was saying either.
Sounds about right.
Anybody who knows us knows how that sentence was supposed to end. But anyway, yes. Speaking of mac and cheese, I feel like another black thing, a blackism, is having to know who made the mac and cheese. Because obviously it is of utmost importance. Yes. Right? At any function. It's like
anything in a pan, anything that's about to be eaten has to be, the owner has to be known before anybody touches anything. Who made this? Who made that? Nah, we good. We'll catch y'all next time.
I want to give a story of something that happened to me before, but I don't want to do it on here.
Because you don't want to tell. You don't want to talk about your friends.
I don't want to talk about my friends. But I will say that it is very important to know who's making the mac and cheese. That's one thing that it's like you can't mess it up. You just can't. Like, it will literally ruin an entire function if it's not right.
It's not just the mac, though.
It's not just the mac, but I'm just saying.
The greens, the chicken,
the
yams,
potato
salad, especially that. Anything. The dessert, the cornbread.
It's a big deal. Black people love food. That's the premise of this. Food is important, right? And you just can't mess it up.
Food is life.
Food is life.
So if you mess up food, you done fucked your life up.
We eat to live and we live to eat. That's how it goes.
Whew. You preaching, sister. You preaching.
I'm completely weak. Also, another blackism. This is for the older black women. And not you, Denise, because I know you be making it seem like you older and you're not. But for the older black women who feel this way about purses on the floor, that's a big deal. That's a blackism.
What does that mean?
Apparently it means like if your purse is on the floor, you're gonna like lose money, and it's like just disrespectful to put a purse on the floor or something like that. But more so that you're gonna lose money. I think.
Okay, that's kind of like take your head off when you're in the house.
Yes.
at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yours is on, by the way. I'm not saying you have to take it off, but I'm saying, does it count if it's a beanie or is it just a cap?
No, just anything that covers your head in general, you're supposed to take it off when you come to someone's house or when you in the house. It's like an umbrella. Like you're supposed to close the umbrella before you come in the house. You shouldn't be closing the umbrella.
So it's just but it doesn't mean that something's gonna happen. It's just a sign.
It's
of
a
respect.
supernatural. The hat thing is like it leads to something. I never knew what because my dad never finished it. He never said whatever the back end of it was. But the umbrella thing is like superstition.
Interesting.
And plus, you don't want to get like if you have an umbrella. It's open, it's wet. So if you go to close it in the house, now you got water everywhere.
Interesting.
Just like if it's thunderstorming, don't run water or whatever.
No, that's a big one right there too. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was one of those people that was like, but how can you get electrocuted just from like sitting in the tub or something if like your roof is covering you? I didn't understand how it was possible.
Because water conducts.
I mean, no, like, I understand now, but I always, for a very long time, was like, and don't get me wrong, like, in our household, it was the lights go off, the TV goes off, you sit, and you wait for the Lord to finish handling his business, because that's what it was.
Right.
But I was always just like, dang, how am I going to get shot? Like, there's a roof covering me. Like, there are walls covering me. So I'm thinking, like, how's he going to get through the walls to me?
Well, that's because people didn't know how to talk or explain scientifically, the science behind it. Because do you do that now? Do you cut everything off and sit there now? Or do you...
I mean, I will admit that all the lights don't go off. But we're talking about Blackisms, daughter. We were going through the list of things that are important to Black people, that Black people are particular about. Currently, we're at turning everything off when there is thunder or lightning outside. And whether I still do that because I grew up being told that that's what you're supposed to do. But anyway, do I turn on all the lights? No. I mean, I don't have all the lights in the house on, obviously, but...
I'm just saying, like, do you...
Daughter, absolutely.
Like, washing the chicken before you... First of all, that is not a... I don't... Well,
no, it's a
Blackism.
No, yeah.
Because it's a lot of people who don't do that.
Yeah.
But I think that's a rule of thumb for cooking in general. Like, Gordon Ramsay is pure white, and he knows, like, clean whatever you about to cook with, and whatever you about to cook, clean it. Like,
well, Gordon Ramsay must be invited to the cookout. Like, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Oh my god.
It was just a joke.
Actually, yeah. That would be a personal pass, but for cooking reasons only. Just because I want him to hop on the grill and see like how like in comparison to like that uncle that got on the Jesus 5000s.
I'm weak.
And the Capris, like I need to compare the two. Like
also the person who's on the grill wearing the Jesus 5000s. Apparently, that's a big deal. Like,
that is
your ability to grill.
That is depends on your gear. Depends on how you dress. Depends on how you dress.
And I don't know why that's a thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. It's like, from seeing people on the grill who do a good job, like, they all just tend to have on the Jesus 5000s. But it's like, it has become like a no. If you're gonna get on this grill,
right? You better have that. It's a rite of passage.
You're gonna put them on because you're not gonna mess up our food.
Like
and I'll tell you this too. I like knowing who made the potato salad. Yes, daughter, and the mac and cheese. Daughter, I'm weak. And the mac and cheese. There was a time when we had and anyone who went to this cookout a long time ago. Do not flame me in these comments. Okay, if you got something to say, text me on the side. say what she needs to say to me personally. But there was a time when we lived at 951 and we had a cookout, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought that grilling was a whole lot easier than what people made it seem. I had to learn.
That's one of the hardest ways to cook.
I had to learn. I was like, no, like conceptually, you just make sure that the fire is lit, that, you know, whatever. You put the meat on there, you make sure it's seasoned before, you put the meat on there, and you just let it cook for however long it needs to cook. Guys, apparently there's an art to grilling.
So you and Bree were on the grill, is what you said?
I don't even think Bree was.
It was just you.
I was on the grill. I was on the grill.
No,
and don't get me wrong, like, I don't think anything was raw. I hope anything wasn't raw. If it was, no one said anything. But I don't think anything was raw. But I will say, I learned that day, there's an art to this. Like, in my mind, I was like, oh, we finna have, like, pans of chicken grilled. It was like maybe a little plate, because it took a long time. It was hard to keep the fire burning and everything. Like,
it's one of the hardest.
Man, when they say grill, it just took a while. Yes, it took a long time, so we didn't get as much grilled as we wanted to. We had to resort to the stove, of course. And, you know, it ended up working out. It was still a nice function. You know, everybody had fun. Because, you know, we always have fun at 951.
Who was there?
I don't remember all of who was there, but I know...
How many people, generally speaking, do you think it was?
I'm going to say at least 10. What?
Whoever those other 8 people were, if y'all are here, I'm sorry.
Listen,
that y'all had to be exposed to such a bad
no, because it was still a good experience. Like, we still had a good time. Like I said, food got cooked in the oven that needed to get cooked in the oven, because sometimes you just live and you learn. And y'all, I lived and I learned that day that it's definitely art to it. And when they say grill master, master of the grill, they are never talking about me. Okay?
Do you have a grill now?
Do I have a grill? Absolutely not.
Okay.
Would I buy one? No. Because I'm not going to waste my money on something that I'd have to perfect like that.
It's not, you don't got to perfect it, but you got to know, you got to learn. Like, it's a great learning, it's a great art.
Right, you're right. And I'd go to someone else's grill and practice on their grill.
No,
I'm not going to buy
you got to do it here. That's how you learn.
George Foreman, exactly. That's what we do. George Foreman. Okay, burger patties be on point.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. We got that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I hear you.
I'm just saying, stick with what you know. Okay. Ain't no need of doing something you are unfamiliar with. Okay.
Yes, it is.
It just don't make no sense.
You learn a new skill. You learn a new trade.
Time is really flying. Oh my gosh. Technically we started late, but
yeah.
Okay, y'all. Sorry, we're not about to be here all night. We gotta wrap it. And then that's messing me up because I'm saying a different time than this. Y'all, I just want to say really quick, I'm gonna steer off. Our production team, we finna have a meeting, okay? I just want y'all to know, we about to have a meeting. Just expect a message about it later. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so because we gotta get out of here, I'm about to move on to this. So what I want to know is this. Black anthems, right? Mm-hmm. Which is the most iconic? Is it the actual black national anthem? Lift every voice and sing. Y'all know. Is it Before I Let Go? Dun, 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 dun. You know what thing? Because it is an anthem. Is it? Is it Stevie Wonder's birthday song? Because you know, every time it's somebody's birthday, shout out to Tyler Moonlight also. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Or, and this is a really difficult one. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put them all 3 in there because it's hard to choose. Or is it Kirk Franklin's 99 taking over? Exactly. Is it Kirk Franklin's Stomp, Revolution, or Melodies? Which one is the most iconic? That's iconic.
Those are like top 3 iconics though. Like they don't.
I feel like the whole Revolution album actually.
Yeah, true.
That's an anthem in and of itself.
All of those are anthems for different reasons.
Right, but for different reasons. But which one is the one that's like, nah, this is that anthem. It's hard to choose.
It would have to be Before I Let Go. No matter where you play Before I Let Go, people know the words verbatim.
You know what?
They know the guitar solo.
Iconic, or which one do we know the most words to? Daughter, I'm going to say most iconic. And I'm going to say that because technically, Before I Let Go, I know a lot of people who don't know all the words to that. I feel like once it gets to the second verse, we had a good time. Then we can. A lot of people don't know all those words. If we're just being honest.
Okay, I feel like people know the words.
I feel like
people know the words that I know, but
I'm just saying, everybody don't know all the words, but everybody knows every single. And then even the Happy Birthday song, there are verses to those.
Yeah, no,
people don't know that. People don't know that at all.
No one knows the verses.
Even the Black National Anthem, people don't know all the verses to lift every voice and sing.
Nope.
But they know every single word to Stomp. That is fact.
They know every single word to Melodies and Revolution.
Every single word to Melodies. And that's whether you grew up in the church or not. Any HBCU campus, that is an answer.
I wouldn't say any.
Which ones?
I don't know which ones, but I'm pretty sure it's a handful that ain't really.
Listen.
That ain't really kirking like that.
I've not experienced being on an HBCU campus and that song coming on. And I'm talking about at homecoming parties, at anything, and everybody not knowing the words, or at least rocking with it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going with Kirk because he makes anthems for all people.
I'm going with Before I Let Go.
And I'm not mad at that because I love that song. And I do know the words to that one. Maybe. There's maybe one or two that I don't know.
The most iconic one should be the Black National Anthem.
It should be, but we just gotta be honest.
I just think maybe if it was redone.
You think so?
I feel like you can't beat Kurt because of the presentation of it, the like the musicality behind it, the musicology, whatever you want to say. You can't really beat Before I Let Go because it's just the feel. It's just that electric slide, slow dance, groove feel.
Thank you, Beverly.
But the Black National Anthem is kind of like you're not going to appeal to too many people with that joke.
I mean, I would just say this. I feel like at least every black child should hear it, grow up hearing it.
They should. They definitely
They should be familiar with it.
They should know the history behind it. They should know everything there is to know about it. Yes, most definitely.
When I was a debutante, I had to learn all the verses. There's a lot of words in that song.
It is. Every verse is long, for real.
They are.
Even
very
the chorus
long.
is long.
Very long. But yeah. Okay, so y'all, time has literally really flown by. And we about to get up out of here because again, we're trying to be consistent and do what we say we're gonna do. And we're not gonna be on here all night. So, real quick, shout out again to Tyler Moonlight, who has a birthday today, but also has an album dropping tomorrow, correct?
I think it dropped today.
The 20th. It's on the 20th.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So from what I've heard, it's a great album.
It is. It's very dope.
Cam, don't worry, I didn't get to hear any of the album. Didn't nobody leak it. But I heard it was great. And looking forward to that coming out. So y'all go follow Tyler is Funk.
Tyler loves funk. Tyler likes funk.
It's Tyler is Funk.
Tyler is Funk. Okay.
That's your friend, right?
Yeah.
You should know.
But that don't mean I know his IG name. He's changed it like 3 times.
Interesting. Go follow. Be on the lookout for that album. Also, Black Assets is
Mother
currently
Africa.
on her way to Africa or there.
No,
When did she
she's
leave?
on her way.
She's on her way to Africa, so we are sending her well wishes as she goes to
Do what she loves.
do what she loves and be inspired to give us that heat when she comes back. So well wishes, safe travels to you, Black. If and whenever you do see this. Shout out to everyone who joined on today. And shout out to everyone who's going to continue to celebrate Black History Year after February 28th.
Shout out to everybody.
Shout out
Black.
to everybody.
Shout out to everybody Black.
Shout out to everybody Black. Gang gang. Okay, so we also, if you have not yet checked out the video that dropped on YouTube, check that out.
Yeah. Technical difficulties behind that on my part.
But guess what?
But
It's still got exactly. It's there now. That's all that matters,
so
right?
Click the link in the bio.
Showing
and
up.
Watch that.
That's what matters.
Click the link in the bio, please.
And make sure you guys subscribe. Yeah. Thank you guys. We'll see y'all next time.
See y'all. Be safe. Take care of yourselves.